I wanted to ask you about this. So you have your fight next week. Anthony Joshua is going to defend his titles on June 1st, and then a couple weeks after that, Tyson Fury is back in the ring in Las Vegas on June 15th. And so you're not fighting each other at the moment in terms of the three guys getting together, but I wonder, in your mind, is there any kind of competition within you to want to show the boxing public or the fans that, you know what, we're all fighting within a 30-day period roughly, and you want to be the one that shows the best performance of those three to sort of let people continue to gauge you against each other?
You know, I haven't even thought about that, Dan. Nor would I think about it after this conversation, because I know what I possess. I know who I am, and as you can see, I'm the most exciting out of all two of those guys. These guys don't bring the excitement like I bring, and Tyson Fury is the most boring one of all of us too. You know, so I think I just continue to do what I do and do what I do best, and that's knock these guys out silly. You know, I'm not in competition with none of them. You know, they're great guys, they're great fighters themselves, and I expect them to be themselves. Don't add no pressure onto it. Do what y'all guys do, and Deontay Wilder's going to do what he do.
So now, before you talk to me about this, you in your previous comments, you mentioned about taking control of your career. And I know that you have a worthy challenger, mandatory to take care of next week. But you know that everybody would like to see you in a rematch with Fury, you against Joshua. You know, Joshua maybe against Fury, given, you know, they're both from England. So what do you say to the fans who say, you know what, you have a good fight coming up with Breazeale, but we want to see all you three fight each other, you in the rematch and those other guys? How do you explain to the public why those fights are not happening at the moment?
I mean, well, it's simple. You know, if they take the time and take a deep breath and sit back and reflect on the past and what has happened, and I know we're in the present right now, and the future is bright as well too. But if you look back in the past and sit back and see what Deontay has already have tried to do, him and his team has tried to do. Let's start out with Fury first. With Fury, since Fury felt like, it was, you know, everyone got everyone got that perspective of him beating me 12 out of 10 rounds from from Showdown with Steve Farhood cars and the commentaries coming, being on Fury's side the whole way through, you know, and I worked with these guys, and they you know, bigging him up more than I. So when you get new peoples come in, they don't know what they're looking at. They don't know what's going on. So they're going to look for the so-called experts of the sport and listen to them. So let's start from there. They carry away with that. So if I'm a fighter and I'm thinking, hey, I beat his ass, you know, 12 out of 10 rounds, you know, my first reaction is I want an immediate reaction. If I feel like I got done wrong, you want an immediate reaction because you know you want an immediate rematch because you know the second rematch, man, if I beat them that wide of a margin, then shit, the rematch ain't nothing. That's going to be simple. It's going to be easy. So what we did, I said, hey, no, you didn't. I whooped your ass. I was the more aggressor. I the one came. Hey, what was the main highlight of the fight the whole night? I think we all can answer that. Is Fury getting knocked on his ass and getting back up. That was the whole highlight of the whole fight. So in that sense, I'm like, hey, I won. So I want a rematch. I want to, as a champion that are moving forward, I want to give you this rematch. I want to bless you. So what did he do? So if you're a guy that knows that you beating me with a wide margin, you immediately take that rematch. You don't run and get other fighters or get tuned up. So you immediately take that. Fury know I gave him a concussion. He didn't. When you get a man that don't understand how he got on the ground nor how he got up, his brain has been shook. He don't want that fight no more. He don't want to get in no more. This is the common sense of a fighter. But as a fighter, we must, you know, promote ourselves. We must carry this type of, you know, this ego of like, I'm the man and I did this and that, because we don't want people to look upon us as punks or somebody that's scared. Or whether you're a fighter, you don't supposed to be scared. Well, we're human beings as well, too. So deep down inside, he knows the real reason. That's why he's fighting another guy. That's why he had the contract in his face for 5 days to a week and then sign it. And when Showtime came, when ESPN came along and all them, yeah, it sounded good because they knew I was in the back of that. They knew the rematch was coming. They wanted me on the back of that, you know. So that right there already killed his theory of trying to fight. He didn't want that fight, or it would have been happening. I wouldn't have had to fight my mandatory. I would have went straight to Fury And then got that fly out of the way in Brazil. With Joshua, 4 months.
Hey,
4 months.
Try to be brief on Joshua, okay, if you wouldn't mind.
Most definitely. It's easy. 4 months. We tried. 4 different occasions, maybe 5 different occasions. 12.5, 15 flat feet. He said I want 50-50. We gave that to him. No, my country deserved me to fight here, so I'm gonna fight here. So he didn't want to fight in the zone, so they was gonna step in and make the fight. Then they had to come back and apologize because they wasn't prepared for us. That's 4 or 5 times we tried to make the fight. Now they crying because they don't have nowhere to go. Man, hey, the fans, go back and study it. Go back and look and see who really is the king of the division, who really tried to make these fights. And when you come back, you'll find yourself being in a better place, and you'll come with peace with yourself. Thank you.
All right, I got one other question. I'm going to change gears a little bit. And the fine PR people actually sent this out, and I found it to be very interesting. The fight that you're going to have against Breazeale is going to be your 9th title defense. You're starting to sort of edge into historical names on the list of heavyweights that have made that many defenses if you're successful against Breazeale. And I'll say that it would be 9 defenses, how many Muhammad Ali made the first time he was champion. It's the number of title defenses that Mike Tyson made in his first famous title reign, and it's the number of title defenses that Lennox Lewis made in his second championship reign, which was obviously when he was at his very best. What would it mean to you to sort of put yourself in that list of guys to get to the 9th title defense in the heavyweight division?
I mean, it means a lot. It means a great deal to me. It means a lot of accomplishment. It means that I've proved so many people wrong, and still to this day, it's proving people wrong. So, it's going to be a great accomplishment, not only just to pass so many great fighters that they came before me, but to continue to go further and to be the number 1 guy, to be a hard active fighter. I still got a long way to go to what I want to do in this sport, and I will accomplish everything I set forward to doing. I'm an amazing fighter, I'm amazing talent, and I got an amazing team behind me. And with that combination, man, sky's the limit.